Church shootings have happened so frequently that there's a national church shooting database collecting information on gunfire in places of worship. That's why churches are protecting members not only through training, but also through CCWs.
Oh, it's just a different world.
It's a place once considered sacred.
Anything in the world could happen.
But recent violence has cast a shadow on the holiest of places.
We just live in a dangerous world. You know, it's not as innocent as it used to be.
In South Carolina in June 2015, a hate crime claims 9 innocent lives when Dylan Roof opens fire inside Charleston's Emmanuel AME Church.
You tell people to go to work, do right, go to church. These people were in church. They were in church.
Here at home, gunfire erupts inside St. Peter's Missionary Baptist Church in February 2016, leaving Reverend William Schooler dead and sending church members scrambling.
And then we heard pow, 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 and that's when everybody started running.
The accused gunman, the pastor's own brother, Daniel Schooler.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it that my pastor is gone.
It's because of incidents like this that churches are taking action.
Jesus Christ, who gave his life for you on the cross.
I know some pastors, put it this way, feel that it's necessary to arm themselves.
Reverend William Harris Jr. has been a pastor for more than 20 years. He hasn't reached that point yet, but he knows that some members of his church are packing.
And even some of the ladies after church, they'll come to me and say, "Yes, Reverend, I have my weapon with me."
Doesn't bother me at all, as long as they don't have any mental issues.
I'm a CCW holder, but I don't bring my gun to church. I do have things that I can protect myself with. It doesn't bother me that other people are packing. Gives me somewhat of a relief that I know that we're going to fight to the end.
Others don't feel the same.
It makes me uncomfortable people packing in church because you never know what's going to set a person off at this particular point.
Believers Christian Fellowship in Dayton will take part in active shooter training. Church member Calvin Hurd is spearheading the effort.
You hate to see that happen in a church, but it's everywhere right now.
I think that it makes you more aware of who comes in and out of the building.
Reverend Harris says he's never encountered any violence, but there was a moment that was unnerving. One New Year's Eve, as he was preaching, a man barged through the doors, went right up the center aisle, and stood right before Reverend Harris. At this point, he didn't know what that man's intentions were.
I mean, just stood at the front, and we discovered later that he had been drinking. And fortunately, there was no confrontation.
As you've been a pastor, how has safety changed in the church?
It's changed a lot. Today, some of our churches actually have security teams.
A safety team is something Tad Stoll put together a few years ago at Springboro Baptist Church. He's been coming there for about 35 years.
We understand that in this day and age, there is evil, and we need to train. We need to pray for nothing to happen, but we need to prepare for if and when it does.
His team has already taken part in active shooter training, sponsoring a course in March.
So we're actually training people to respond as if the event really is happening, and not with an incorrect response like lockdown, but with an actual response that involves evacuation of the facility, barricading if you can't leave, or countermeasures in direct contact with a threat.
I would rather be doing something different Sunday morning than looking out for the church family. But it is what it is, and we need to accept the responsibility.
Stoll is also a CCW permit holder and believes guns should be allowed in churches.
My little tagline when I send out email is pray hard and shoot straight.
While some are still undecided about the place of weapons in sanctuaries, churchgoers recognize violence is now a reality and say preparation is just as important as prayer.
I just think it's important for people to be able to protect themselves.
I still think that our faith, we believe in God, we believe that he will protect us, but he also gives us common sense and the ability to protect ourselves.
To To sign up your church for active shooter training, we've posted a link on our website, WDTN.com. There, you will also find information on CCW permits, as well as updated information on where the case of the Dayton church shooting stands. Kelly King, 2 News, working for you.